Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about how to create a server application by Python using the Flask framework. Firstly, I will show you some topics we are going to talk about. Firstly is how to install Flask framework, and the second is how to create a very simple server application, and the third is to handle all the requests. And then we talk about how to render the HTML templates and variables, and then how to render the JSON. And then we'll talk about how to communicate with the database like MySQL and sqlite. Okay, at the last we will talk about how to expand our Flask framework to a very powerful production framework with gevent. If you want to install Flask framework, you have two ways. The first way, if you have just installed Anaconda, you can go to the environment and search for Flask keyword, and you will see the Flask package is listed here. Then you can check the box and click the install button. Okay, and the second way is just go to your terminal and go to this website to search for the Flask package, and then you will see here it's a very simple framework for building complex web applications. So let's go into it and copy this install command and just go to your terminal and install it with the pip method. Okay, now we are going to create our simple application. First, let's go open the VS Code environment. Okay, now I will open the folder. Now open our apps folder, and here we will create a new folder named server. Okay, let's select this folder. Firstly, I will create a server.py file. First, we have to, from Flask, import our Flask framework. To use this framework, we first we have to create a Flask instance. Let's name it as app Flask. You can take a parameter as a name, and then we have to define several handler functions to handle the different requests from the client side. Okay, this is app root. For example, to handle this index root, define this handler 1, for example. Okay, here we can return our text or variable or an HTML template. Firstly, we can make a very simple example. Hello. Let's return hello. Now, how to use this handler? How to relate this handler to our Flask instance? It should be app.run. Okay, .run. Now you can see when run take several parameters. For example, the host and the port. Let's make the host to be the localhost 0.0.0. This means the localhost, and our port we will try 8088. Okay, now we can run our application. Control J to open the terminal, and you can see now my environment is the conda environment, and I run Python server.py. Okay, now it's running on this port. Let's go to our browser and type 1012 and the port the 8088. Okay, we have seen our result. Hello. Okay, now I want to expand this server application a little further. For example, if we print some slash, for example, if a person, okay, is not found. Why? Because we don't define any handler for this path. Okay, if we define another handler, for example, for person, okay, we define the handler 2. I return, okay, person. So what way to give our what? Let's try it. Okay, now if we request the person pass, it will return us the person word. And if we request the root, the index root, it will give us hello. But what if we want to define a universal, a global handler? We can do it like this. Okay, let's do it. Let's add a new root here. We can add a new handler here to define the path and the subpath. Okay, we can even define the methods that this application can handle. For example, handle GET request, handle POST request, even a delete request. So here we can take the subpath and give a default value for an empty string. Now let's try this application. Okay, now you will return out, it rendered the hello to us, and if we hello again and A B C D, yes, it's hello again. Now we have explained how to render simple string, but if I want to render a template, how can we do that? Okay, we go to this folder and create a new subfolder named templates. Okay, in this template, I create a new file named index.html. Okay, here we can create we can create this index page. Okay, now here we say we write something. Hello world. Okay, let's save it. And here, how to render this index HTML. Firstly, you have to import a render template submodule of the Flask package, and then you have to define the template folder for this Flask instance. Here, the template folder is our templates. Here, the templates. Okay, now, and in this return sentence line, we have to return a render template. Here, we will render our index.html. Okay, index.html. Okay, let's save this file and run the server.py again. Now, let's refresh. Okay, it shows the hello world. Hello world. This is the word here in this index.html. Okay, now if I want to render some variables to that template, how can I do that? We can, for example, if here we want to say hello somebody, if somebody is the name. Okay, how can we do that? We can pass this name variable to this template by this parameter in the render templates. Okay, let's say Jack. Let's run this application again. Let's say, okay, it shows hello Jack. Okay, we have just done it. And then I will show you how to render JSON to the client side. To do that, we have to import the JSON module and the JSON module and the response module. To render the JSON, we have to dump the JSON to the response format in Flask framework. Let's comment this line and create a new response. Let's say this resp to be a new response. In this response, we can define the network status to 100. That means it's okay, and the main type to the application JSON. This is very important, and we can define our resp.data to be the new JSON string. How to do that? Use JSON.dumps. Here, the parameter is a real JSON. For example, name, and our name is, for example, is road, and we can return this resp. Okay, and in our index.html, we can do something. Okay, let's say the ID is our body and my center. Okay, and here we can do the script and the script, and we can we can show our resp.data here. Can show it here, and let's say var name equals to the name. Okay, let's see what will happen, and var my center equals document the get element by id my center dot inner html inner text equals to name. Okay, let's say let's run this server again. Okay, and refresh it. Yes, it shows our JSON variables. That's very correct. Okay, I will show you how to handle with the request method and the request arguments. Okay, here, if we make a request with some parameters, something like my name is name equals to Jack. So how can we get this variable in our server side? Here we can get it by request. So before I do that, we have to import the request module from the Flask requested args.get name. Okay, we can render this name to this response name. Okay, let's run this application again. Okay, it shows the name is Jake. If we change the name to Obama, its name is Obama. Okay, that's great. And how can we know if it's a post request or a get request? We can get this by method equals to request dot method. Okay, we can print this method. Let's see if it works correctly. Run this Python again. Console application again, and refresh it. It prints the method as a get. Okay. Next, I will show you how to communicate with the database. In order to communicate with the database, we have to install a database and install some packages to handle the database. As we know, we have a lot of different databases to use. For example, the MySQL or the sqlite, and today we will use the sqlite because it's a very light database framework. Okay, I just installed it in Anaconda. If you haven't done that, you can install it here and search the SQLite first. You will see it here, and check the button and click install button. We can do a connection. The connection is sqlite3.connect. Let's connect test.db. Here, if test.db does not exist, it will create a new DB. If it exists, it will simply open it. Okay? Next, we will print a mark. Now you can see here in this folder there are only one file, is server.py. If we run this server again, we will see here a new database will be created. Let's run it. Okay, here it create a new file. It means test.db. Okay, test.db. We'll create some new table into this database and insert some rows, records into it. First, we have to get the kernel's cursor. Once we get this cursor, we can execute any SQL create table. Let's say this table name is person. Okay. First, we get a ID. ID is int. It's a primary key and not null and an auto increment. And we can create another column name. If we want it to be a char, let's say 50 length, 50 characters length, not long. And age is a int. It's not two. Okay. After we execute this SQL commit, we have to commit this execution. Okay. Let's print create table person. Okay. Let's run this server application to see. Oops. Okay. We can make this create table into a function. Then create table. Okay, and indent this codes. Okay. Now we have a table in this database, and then we want to insert some new records into this table. Let's define a function insert records. Okay. Let's get the let's get the kernel cursor, and then dot execute and insert into person. First is name, age, values. Values. First name is Jack, and his age is 18, and the second person is Rose, and she and her age is 22, for example, and C dot and connect dot do commit this let's print insert records. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let's comment this function, and let's call this insert record. Let's run this application again. Okay. Insert records. Okay. Now we want to select the records and render the records into our HTML. Okay, let's do it. Here, we get the cursor again. Here we get the cursor, and we have to get our real cursor that equals to c dot execute select everything from a person table, and for each row in our cursor, let's render the result as one string. Okay, first let's define the brace. It's a string, and plus equals to the join what? Join a string element for element in our row. Okay, and we have just get this result, and then we'll render this result to our JSON response. Let's see what will happen. Okay, let's run this app and go to the browser and refresh it. Oops, there is some error. Oh, it shows SQLite object created in the thread can only be used in the same thread. Here we have to introduce a new concept that one Flask app is just a very simple framework. It cannot handle many threads. And if we want to handle many requests, what we can do is to introduce another framework that is gevent to provide some coroutine mechanics to make this Flask to extend to a more powerful framework. Okay, to do that, first we have to install the gevent. There are two ways to install. First is by this anaconda. Let's search the gevent. Okay, I have already installed it. And of course, you can search the gevent in this official website, and here you will see this gevent is a coroutine based network library, and just copy this install command and install it in your terminal. Okay, now I have just installed it. So here I just simply import from our gevent.py.sgi. I will import this WSGI server. So this gevent can provide a coroutine. Here I want to show you how to understand the gevent first, and then we will come back to this application. To show what the gevent can do, I will show you in the Jupyter notebook. Here, we just open the open the Jupyter notebook and create a new Python kernel. Here, we just simply import our gevent and to see how it will work. I import this gevent, and here I define the first function. Let's say foo, and print. Okay, print first in foo, and then we will gevent.sleep follow, and then we print back to foo. Okay, here I will define another function bar, and here I will print first in bar, and then gevent.sleep and print back to bar. Okay, if we put these two functions into our gevent queue, first is gevent spawn foo, and gevent.spawn bar. Let's just simply run it. Okay, let's just restart it and then run. Okay, you will see model gevent has no function of join. Oh, sorry, I just called the wrong function. Let's run it again. Okay, you can see it runs this line first. Run first in foo, and then it jumps to first in bar, and then it jump back to foo, and then back to bar. Okay, and if we in this example, you can see event can provide a coroutine. Okay, I will show you another example. Let's define the function. Let's say do something. Okay, do something. Let's do index. Do index. Here we just simply print the index is running. Okay, let's see our index, and then we can define a synchronous function. Here for I in range 10, I will just do index I. Then I will define the synchronous function. Here we just create a thread with gevent. Gevent spawn a different function for new index where the parameter I, this I is also for I in range 10. Okay, let's do this gevent dot join all threads. Okay, here we can run these two functions. First, let's print a mark. Let's say synchronous. Okay, then we can run this synchronous function, and then we print a synchronous. Okay, and then print, and then call this a synchronous function. So add a new line here with gevent dot sleep. Sleep is just very different, very random time. Let's say maybe 1 to 2 millisecond. To do that, we have to import our random package. Okay, we can run the server again. Now you can see in the synchronous function, every index is run in the right order, but in the synchronous function, every one run in different times. You can remember this, and we can refresh it. We run this app again. You will see all the indexes will be in a random order. That means every synchronous in this synchronous function, every new index function just run in a different thread. Okay, in a different thread. That's the coroutine. Now we will come back to this server application. Here we just import our WSGI server module from gevent. Here we just comment this default run function and use a new way to run this application in different threads in a coroutine way. Okay, let's define the HTTP server to WSGI server instance. Here we also have to define our server address and the port. Let's use 808 again, and we just connect the application, the Flask application, to this WSGI server. That's very similar with this one. Just spawn many index function into the threads pool of gevent. Here we also register the application into the WSGI server threads pool. This WSGI is the threads pool of gevent. Okay, we have just defined a new HTTP server, and then we can make this HTTP server serve forever. Okay, it's saved forever, and now we can see if this can run. Okay, we just run this application, and the sqlite does not show any error. Okay, we just go to this browser and refresh it. We get the records in database. Okay, in our database we just reinsert two records. First is Jack, the second is Rose, and here we just get Jack and Rose. Now we just communicate with the database very successfully through by using the gevent to give a coroutine way. And last, I will show you how to improve your website performance. Now, we can do a A/B test to test if test how it performs. Okay, let's stop this application, and first, to make it more obviously, we will copy all this code into our Jupyter. Okay, our Jupyter. I will create a new line and just paste all this code. Okay, and at first, I will comment the gevent code and open the Flask application. Here, we just run it. Okay, it shows it runs successfully, and we can just refresh it. Oh. Oops, it shows an error. What's the error? Let's see here. SQLite objects created in a thread can only be used in that same thread. Let's just comment this. SQL code and only return a very simple word, for example hello, and run it again. Okay, run it again. Oops, maybe we have to restart this kernel. Okay, and then run. Okay, it runs okay. Now it runs okay, and then we can use the Apache A/B test to test our server performance. Okay, how to install Apache A/B. We can install it by apt get install Apache 2 utils. Okay, I've just I have just installed it very successfully. Now if you don't do that, you can just install it, okay? And if you met any error when you install this Apache utils, you can update the apt-get environment and then try this install command again. That will do the work, okay? And now we can do the A/B test. And A/B test takes several parameters. The most usually used parameter is the N and the C. The N is the number of requests to perform, and the C is the number of multiple requests to make at a time. Let's do a very simple A/B test. A, B, N. Let's do 10,000 requests, and in each request will request 10 times at one time, and then we will give the server IP address and give let's give any task, okay? Let's do it. Can you see? It just says be patient. Oops. It will take a long time to do this 10,000 requests, because we just use a simple Flask application, and Flask application has no ability to handle many requests in one time, because it does not have any concept of coroutine or threads. That will take a long time to do this A/B test. Okay, we can finish it. Can we finish it? Okay, we have just finished it, and you will see that here the failed request is 432. Okay, and the longest request time takes for 20 seconds. The minimum request time used is 42 milliseconds. That's very poor. The ability is very poor. And then we will test for the gevent coroutine. If we use this gevent coroutine, we will see how the performance is. Let's restart it first and then run. Okay, and then firstly I will test if it runs. Okay, it runs. Okay, then we will go to this terminal and do the same A/B test request. Let's see. Okay, 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we finish it. Can you see? It also do 10,000 requests and 10 in each request. That's 100,000 requests, and gevent handle all the requests very quickly. The longest request only takes 24 milliseconds, and the shortest is 9 milliseconds, and the failed request is 0. Every request handled successfully. Okay? By contrast, the Flask application do very poor performance. Okay? Now you can see the advantage of the gevent framework. Okay? Let's do a very simple conclusion. Today we just talked about how to use Flask to make a server application and to handle requests and render templates and JSON variables, and how to communicate with the database, and then how to use the gevent to make Flask to be a very powerful server. Also, we check and test the ability and the performance by using the Apache A/B test tool. We can see with gevent, Flask can be extended to be a very powerful framework. Okay, that's all for today's